What is up, guys? Welcome back to Street Champs. Y'all already know the vibes. I know we're looking a little bit different today. I'm here on Zoom or StreamYard, whatever you want to call it, with my boy Gingy Productions. He's a videographer from Baltimore, now LA transplant. He's doing his thing out there, doing all kinds of videos for so many amazing reggae artists, hip hop artists, and he has his own band too, which we will talk about. And I'll show you guys a video that he created. How you doing today, bro?
Dude, I am fantastic. I'm excited to watch some music videos. I love watching music videos as much as I love making music videos. So this is cool.
Oh, I love it. Have you ever heard of the band Blackpink?
Of course. Of course.
Who hasn't?
They're South Korean, right?
You know what? Let's get the exact, because no, they're actually from different parts of the world.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we got So Rose's from New Zealand, Lisa's from Thailand, Jisoo is from South Korea.
Oh wow. So did they all make it to South Korea for the band? Like, is this where they kind of started with South Korea, or wonder how they all ended up linking up?
You know, I think it's one of those things where in the K-pop world, they like, you're built up, you're kind of, dare I say, like trained. They're making you a star, I think. So they were all children, being taught how to sing and dance and whatnot, and then as adults, I think they were morphed into this group.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. But I'm sure they're all homies outside of that. But have you heard of the song "DDU-DU-DU"?
I want to say I have, because I know I've heard some of their stuff, and everything I've heard by them has been cool. But I think I'll know it as soon as I hear it.
All right. Well, guys, y'all heard him. Let's get right into it. This is Gingy Productions. He does do videos, so I need that analytical breakdown of these scenes, man. This shit's about to be crazy. This is Blackpink, do.
Are we stopping it like at certain points? Or are we watching all the way through first?
I'll stop it like every minute-ish.
Okay, cool.
그렇지 못한 태도 간녀린 몸에 쏙 가려진 볼륨은 두 배로 거침없이 찍힌 굳이 보진 않지 넌지 Black하면 pink 우린 예쁘장한 savage 원하던 대놓고 뺐지 너무래도 칼로 무배기 두 손엔 가득한 fat checks 궁금하면 해봐 fact check 눈 높인 꼭대기 물 만난 물고기 좀 톡해 난 toxic 유혹해 I'm foxy 두 번 생각해 흔한 남들처럼 착한 척이 못하니까
That goes crazy.
What was that?
I'll say that set goes great. The set design on this is like so good.
Oh, I know. So I was told that these girls, they hardly ever use green screen or CGI or anything. This is all like legitimate physical objects.
That's even more impressive, because I assumed that some of it might have been green screen, but mad respect to them for keeping it practical, because doing it in camera, if you can do it in camera, that's always like gonna look real, because it is real.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure they have like a Tyler Perry-esque video warehouse, which, like, I'm sure they have something ginormous.
Totally.
Studio.
And I love the fact that they have a good variety. Like, it's always like, it can always get kind of like, okay, move on if you see the same kind of set over and over again. But I like that they have this nice variety and this nice kind of color palette. Like a lot of these like really, really dark shadows with these like really vibrant pinks the artist is Blackpink. So it's like, that makes so much sense visually, and they also have there's a lot going on where they're keeping the viewer entertained. And I think that's such an important thing with the music video, especially a song that's got like a good beat like this. Like that beat is just like rolling, and it is so like just like super high key, just like in your face vibes, and like the video matches that vibe.
Definitely.
Which I love a video that matches the vibe of the song. So,
and we're not even in like the hype part, bro.
Right.
All right, we'll keep it going.
Hit you with that 뚜두뚜두.
The choreography goes crazy. Yo, I want that hat.
Which one? I gotta see it. I gotta see it.
Dude, that big
shit.
hat. I want that hat, dude.
You look good in that.
Dude, that's gonna keep the sun off me, which I'm a big fan of that. I burn so easily.
That's the Gingy.
지금 내가 걸어가는 거린 Blackpink 4-way 사거리 동서 남북 사방으로 running 이는 버킷리스트 싹 다 버려 널 당기는 것도 멀리 밀치는 것도 제 멋대로 하는 bad girl 조건 싫어하고 누가 뭐라 하던 with a bass drop it's another banger 두 번 생각해 흔한 남들처럼 착한 척은 못하니까 착각하지 마 쉽게 웃어주는 건 날 위한 거야 아직은 잘 모르겠지 굳이 원하면 test me 넌 불 보듯이 뻔해 만나는 걸 원했다면 I'll wait till I do what hit you with that 뚜루뚜루
Dude, the set design is like so incredible. Like what's crazy is like so much of this video is the whole thing is so intentional and it had to be so thought out and planned. Because like this videos you could just go out in the world and shoot, but this is one of those videos where it's like, and not just from a set design perspective, everything has to be designed on set to match the scene and the vibe that they're going for in that moment. But on top of that, they're also thinking about the way the lights are coming in. They had like lights going to the beat in the hook that were like in the background reacting to the music. And I think it was at the beginning of this scene here where they're dancing in this room. There's like lights coming through those back windows.
Yeah.
And like it is so intentional. And I imagine there might have been some creative decisions made on set, but the majority of these creative decisions were in pre-production. Like a lot of everything here had to be, okay, so here's the kind of room you're going to be in. We're going to have flowers hanging from the ceiling. And then we're going to be hitting you with this soft light up top. So we got to make sure we're thinking about how we're going to shoot that and run those lights. They also always have this like beautiful soft front light that's kind of like in the front and then above the camera. And I imagine that they probably have some really big, soft, like light source that's just like hanging up there in each of these shots. Because they're always sort of lit with that. Like there's like no shadows on their face. It's so soft and it wraps around fully. So they just must have some huge soft light going on. But you have a lot of contrast in the background. So all that soft light's hitting them in the foreground. And then behind them, that light's not hitting what's in the background. The background has its own like really punchy light kind of going on, which helps them stand out from the background a lot. So it creates this really beautiful contrast visually.
Yeah, that's a great point.
And also, like I said, everything is like so thought out. Props to like all of the like set designers, costume designers, the producer and the director who had to just plan and figure all of this out. There's so much work that went into this video.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they have like a whole movie production team basically for this.
Totally.
All right, let's keep it going. Right?
That beat goes crazy.
뜨거워 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 like fire. 뜨거워 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 like fire. Hit you with that 뚜두뚜두.
The end, the one that's right before this shot here, where they have that reflective floor.
Oh, right there.
And, yeah, and this like I don't even know what that is, but it looks incredible. It just looks so sick.
That's kind of like a reoccurring symbol in their I guess scenes. This triangle, they took it to Coachella. It's in a few other videos, I believe, but they're very big in the triangles.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's like, and that floor is so spotless. It is so clean. Look, you can't see a single smudge on that floor.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so Blackpink, thoughts on outside the video, thoughts on the song. What'd you think?
Yeah, I do know the song very well.
Oh.
I just didn't know it was actually just called "Do-Do-Do-Do." But yeah, I love the song. Beat goes. I forget where I first heard it. I feel like I first heard it on like maybe one of those carpool karaoke shows or something.
Oh, for
or
sure. I'm sure James Cordone probably got his hands on that one.
Yeah, and I think that was the first time I had heard the song, and I was like, yeah, this song's great. That beat is insane, and the rapping is fucking sick. And yeah, from a video perspective, it's giving like it's like the whole thing's sort of like a fashion show in like a really interesting way. Like
Definitely. I can see that.
it's a 3.5 minute long video, and there was at least a dozen, if not maybe 16 or 17 different sets that had to be conceptualized, designed, built, lit, and that's where the real magic is with this video. Is just all of the effort that went into like designing all these pieces, like a glitter tank.
Yeah, that's insane. I guess that's a real tank too.
Dude, I just like I want that in like more. We need more glittery tanks in music videos, like
in life in general.
Sick. In life in general, yeah, with shopping bags hanging off the end of it, like yeah, like that's fucking sick. Like that is cool, and yeah, the lighting is like I said before, the lighting is really cool because you always have your subject is always lit with this beautiful soft light that really just like they look so beautiful in that light, and it really showcases the costume and the hair and the makeup so nicely. And then everything beyond the foreground subject is like much harsher lit with cool shadows, neon lights.
Facts.
The contrast is really heavy in the background, and it's really soft, low contrast in the foreground, which just helps them stand out a lot, keeps your eye focused on the subject.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it definitely highlights, their whole tough black pink aesthetic. Black stuff, pink's soft and cute. Put them together.
Yeah. And I bet you that was like what they had used. I'd put mine down. That's what they used to pitch the music video idea. They heard the song when they put the treatment together. They're like, all right, the artist name's Blackpink. We need like to have the vibrant, beautiful, soft with the edgy, dark, punchy, cool, aesthetic together. And I think they nailed it.
Yeah, they killed it. Guys, like I said in the beginning of this, you know how we like to do it. We like to play a song that we all know and love, and we play a song from our guest. This is Gingy. He makes the most insane music videos, outside of Blackpink. Got to give Blackpink some credit, but he makes some really insane music videos, bro. What's one song that you think the people would really enjoy after that one?
Let's do let me think here for a second. Damn, it's gonna be like super intimidating, like putting up one of my videos after that. Like Jesus Christ, like.
Well, if people want good music too, so think about the song.
Yeah. You know what? This is a little bit of a throwback. I had made this one a few years ago.
All right.
But we had a lot of fun making it. Let's pull up "Middle Finger" by Ballyhoo. And I actually had made that music video around the time I had met you a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I watch this video now, like, I do want to point out there's like definitely things that I would have done different now. Like now, like I'm a few years into this. This was like, you know, I've learned a lot since this video. But I'm still so proud of what we did given the situation. I was still very much a like one man crew. I had actually Cody from the Harbor Boys came through and helped me with that video. And I had a couple other friends on set really helping make it happen, but it was still like super small crew. We're getting all these shots in one day. Some of it was like kind of planned, and then some of it was like run and gun. Let's roll with the ideas. And it's a silly video. It's like, it's a silly, fun video that parodies a movie. And we had a lot of fun making it. And being from Maryland, is a Maryland band who really took a chance on me early in my career. And I just really want to like give props to them and show some of their incredible work and some of their incredible music. So
that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
guys, this is Ballyhoo Middle Finger, created by Gingy Productions. Let's go. Oh, there's his logo.
To get fired, you know I've had it up to here and now I feel uninspired. I know that this is how it goes when you're chasing a dream, but now it's affecting my self-esteem. Call it jumping to conclusions, call it grandeur delusions, but I think that we should be on top and now and not just excluded, cause I feel that we have proven that we can take a good beating. Maybe we've taken enough for the team. So if you feel you've had enough, thinking the universe can take too much, and when you feel just turn it up. And when the love just ain't enough, taking another punch is much too rough. So if you just don't give a fuck, position your middle finger, turn it up.
I have to stop right here. I wanted to talk about a couple of things. So we pretty much shot the whole video in 2 locations, and we've seen both locations already. But we used this awesome space, this office called Hartford Sound, which they do a lot of the live sound production in Maryland.
Really?
Very big, like they work with huge artists that come from all over the world, and like they set up all of the big stage production for them. And they're so professional and they're so good at what they do. And this is actually their office.
Oh, wow.
And we needed to have like a, you know, in case, you know, I don't know if you've seen the movie or not, but this was parodying the movie Office Space. And you know, the concept is the boss is like giving you a hard time. And you know, and that's kind of what the song's about. It's like your full-time job that kind of is unfulfilling and your boss is giving you a hard time, but you know, you're doing your own thing and kind of sticking it to the man, if you will. And
I like it.
Loved shooting in this office space. Shout out Hartford Sound for letting us do that. And then on top of that, the field we shot in it was like a bright sunny day. The sun was directly overhead. So for like, you know, if anybody's interested in the nerdy video production side of this thing real quick, when you have a harsh light such as the sun directly above you, it's not very flattering in camera if you're like shooting a video of somebody. Like there's like, it creates these harsh shadows on your face. And it does not look good. Especially for a moment like this where you're trying to showcase your lead singer singing, you want to like have a really nice, good close-up hero shot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we had rented this big, like, I think it was like a 12-foot by 12-foot like diffusion that we had set up on stands out there in that field. And we had kind of like mounted it above the whole space there. And it's just outside of the frame. And it looks like he's staying in this big field by himself, which he is, but like just outside of the frame is the stands. And then just above the frame is the big diffusion. And that's what's there it is right there. And that's what's giving him that nice soft light on his face. The sun was directly overhead. And if it wasn't for that, the shot would look a lot worse.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah. And like, it's one of those things that people don't think about when they watch a movie or watch a music video. But like, there's a lot of these things that have to be considered. So if we're shooting outside in the middle of the day at noon, that sun's not going to look good when we get to the close-ups. So you got to think about that.
Keep it going.
And when the love just ain't enough, taking another punch isn't much too rough. So if you just don't give a fuck, position your middle finger, turn it up. I'm hearing a lot of opinions about who I'm supposed to be. You keep on pushing, but you got no solutions, and now you fucked, you're just a ghost to me. Insane as a mental assault, repeat it over and over, expect a different result. Now you can take a hike and I'll be alright. I know that sounds so good to me. So if you feel you've had enough, thinking the universe can't take too much, and when you feel like giving up, don't listen to anyone, just turn it up. And when the love just ain't enough, taking another punch isn't much too rough. So if you just don't give a fuck, position your middle finger, turn it up. So if you're sick of all the same old grind, you can make a change, step out of line and don't let it get away. Middle fingers in the air, 'cause we just don't care, no. So if you feel you've had enough, thinking the universe can take too much, and when you feel like giving up, don't listen to anyone, just turn it up. And when the love just ain't enough, taking another punch isn't much too rough. So if you just don't give a fuck, position your middle finger, turn it up.
We had fun with it. That's Donald on the drums right there, smashing the crap out of that copier machine.
Was
This
that
video was so much fun.
a working copy machine at one point? Like, you
At
guys-
one point it was, but I think we bought it off of a Craigslist, I think. And we had pretty much had like an afternoon to shoot this whole video. We had so much fun with that. And that was like one of those videos. It was like one of the first music videos I had ever done for like a nationally touring artist. So it was like super early on in my career. And I'm still so proud of it because it's such a silly, fun video, but it came together so well. And especially for only having like one afternoon to shoot it. Like I was really proud of the work that we did on set to just like, we had a couple of scenes planned, but a lot of it was also like riffing. Like I love letting the band bring ideas to the table on set. Like as a director, I feel like it's part of my job to like when I have space to bring ideas and get creative and lead, being able to do that, but also being just as good at if the artist is like, yo, what if we, like, oh, can we do a scene where I'm like, doing this with the stapler and this is happening? It's like, I want to always encourage like, yes, I love that. Let's do it. And then like figuring out how we're going to make it work in the moment and just encouraging that like creative process, and like I said, that
artist.
Yeah. And that was a big step working on that video for me. Cause it was, I was really intimidated by them to be honest, like, cause I had just met them. I was a big fan of their music growing up, being from Maryland, and they're from Maryland. I looked up to them a lot and used to go out to their shows a lot when I was in high school. And then like, they reached out to me to work on a music video. And I was like, holy crap. And now we're all homies and stuff. I've worked with them a bunch. I've toured with them a bunch, making content on the road, did a few other music videos for them. And that was just a really, the video did really well. And it was a really important part of my, my music video journey.
And here you are now.
Here I am now. I look back on it and I'm like, oh, there's some things I could have totally like done better with that. But like, I think, you know, we're all our own worst critics, and I think if you don't look back and think I could have done better, then that means you haven't learned anything since then.
Mm,
You know,
I like that. I like
I
that
think
a
it's a
lot.
good thing if people are putting out music. A lot of times, like even like artists could do this. Like they might put out an album and then put out a few other albums over the course of the next couple of years, and then you can listen back to something you made like 5 years ago and be like, oh, that's not me now. But it's like, no, that's like, A, it's good that you feel that way, that your stuff's better now, because it means you've grown and you've gotten better. But B, I think you should also be really proud of like where you came from and what's led you to the place you are now.
Always.
And that video is like one of those pivotal moments for me where I was realizing, oh wow, I love telling visual stories for these artists, and like I feel like I'm getting to help them, but by promoting their art, and then they're giving me this platform to do my art. You know, they're trusting me to make a music video for their song. And it was just one of those moments where everything kind of came together nicely. And I really fell in love with the process and fell in love with making music videos. And it was the first band to ever really take a chance on me that was like one of those nationally touring artists that I looked up to. It was like, hey, we like what you do. You want to shoot some music videos and go on the road with us? And I was like, I'm scared, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, got to kind of figure it out as you go along. But
yeah, man, that's admirable. You know, I think there's a lot of people that want to just take a chance and live their dreams, and it's really in your hands in the end.
Totally. And then, you know, don't be afraid when the opportunity comes your way too. Like I was so nervous to work with them, and you know, but it went well, and you gotta trust your instincts and just jump in and not be afraid, you know. Yeah, shout out Howie Spangler, Donald, Nick, Sebastian, Scott, and their whole team. They were really sweet to me, like when I was starting my music video journey, and they've just always had my back. I'll always have their back, and just like one of the Maryland reggae staples, you know, and you know, American reggae scene staples in general. They just, you know, they've been killing it for years, and their music's dope.
Hell yeah, man. Guys, go tell Gingy what you thought of that song in the comments. Once again, it was called Ballyhoo, Middle Finger. Gingy, where can the people follow you?
You can hit me up on Instagram. That's where I'm most active, Andrew Gingy on Instagram. I have a TikTok, Andrew Gingy Productions. I have a website, gingyproductions.com, and a YouTube channel, Gingy Productions.
Yes, sir. Bro, thank you so much for your time. And guys, this is not the last time you will see Gingy. I swear of it.
Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate that.
Of course. Guys, hit the subscribe button right here on Street Champs. We could not do it without you. Thanks for watching. Tell us what songs you think we should react to, and we will give you credit in the video. All right, y'all. Peace.
Woo!